And we've worked really hard to make certain you can't hold it up to the light and see. So you can try, but I can promise you my team has already worked hard to double paper some things so you can't see it. And before we also start this process, I just want to let people know that after we have the comments and the countdown and the opening, we do have treats for you up here in the front. And I really am excited by our red carpet photo opportunity in the back of the room, a brand new addition this year. So I'm really going to encourage you to get back there with family and friends, fill out a selfie sign, take a picture, add some extra if you want. So I'm going to put down the microphone and you guys can start coming on up. All right, you guys did an amazing job getting up here and getting your envelopes. So again, we are so excited to host this event, and we want to say greetings to the students who are joining us as far away as Tripler, in San Diego, San Antonio, and in Portsmouth. And any of you who are online watching today's event, it's just such an exciting day. Dr. Elster is going to spend a few minutes leading up to our countdown, talking about how amazing our military health system is and the contributions that each of you are going to make. And we're going to also welcome, if any of our HPSP students from around the country are joining in for one of our locations, thanks for being here and being a part of our combined team. The question I will often get asked immediately after the envelopes are opened, if you're a Navy student, how do I know if I have a continuous contract or not? I put this in my email messages, but I want to tell you again, in case you have forgotten, because you're so anxious about what's going to happen. If the Navy decided that a continuous contract was your path forward, that's written on your document. And if it doesn't say continuous contract, that's just not your pathway, and you have another avenue of which you are going. But we did make specific that information. Air Force and Army folks, as you know, you're picked and selected right into categorical training. So that information is not included on your documents. So with that, I am going to turn the mic over to Dr. Elster.
Let's see, it's still good morning. Morning. Excited? Nervous? A little. Big step. First things first, welcome to the folks that are live streaming this, to our USU students, as well as those HPS students that are out there. Kudos to the Student Affairs team for setting this up, the balloons, the booth in the back. Please afterwards, take pictures, utilize that, and, a great day. I do see members of the future potential class of 2050 in the audience. We're always preparing for the future, and we start our recruiting early. So congratulations, you're here, match day. Critical culmination. If you came up to any of us that have been through this process, we could remember match day and what a pivotal event it was. That's where you are now, and in about 7 minutes from now, you're going to open those envelopes. This is you in August of 21. Remember, you took your photos when you came back to the start of your second year because, this was during COVID. So you've been through the pandemic and you've built that resilience, and you're going to see that in a second. This is you during Bushmaster, split in half in iteration 1 and 2. The culmination of your military unique curriculum. And we'll, in a moment, talk about how well prepared you are for the next steps. This is you just in numbers. Public Health Service, Air Force, Navy, Army, 16 EMBT students, 3 MD PhDs. You represent the entire country, and the vast majority of you have done capstone projects, and we'll talk about some of those scholarly products in a few minutes. So lots to be proud of, a great group, and really, truly the future. You've been all over the country on your clerkships. You've seen the entire scope of the military health system. You practice in different size facilities, different type of facilities, and all of that prepares you for the next step. And you are prepared. I want to thank you personally again for completing the GQ, the graduation questionnaire, and your predecessors. This is how prepared you are. 95% of you, 95%, I am satisfied with the quality of my medical education. And that's compared to 90% nationally of allopathic medical schools. And if you break that down, you rated your faculty and residents as better than those national programs in all of the clinical specialties. Your preparation for residency in 7 of 9 preparedness measures, you felt you were better prepared than your peers that are training in other programs, in other medical schools. Faculty professionalism, 14 different behaviors, you responded very often or always you observe professionalism. You're learning from your mentors how to move into the next step and be a physician. The quality of clinical clerkships, and maybe one of the critical pieces of this, these clinical clerkships are the basis for the next step, and in for all 8 specialties, you rated us higher than other medical schools. And then your basic science preparedness of 11 of 14 disciplines, that basic science foundation prepared you for the rest. So you are ready. You're ready for that transition from UME to GME, and you're ready for the operational mission as well, given the investment we made in you with Bushmaster and the like. Super excited. Can't wait to open up the envelope, right? And I'm just going to highlight I'm just going to highlight in the next few minutes a couple of the accomplishments of some of the class. As you can see, you have Ensign Ruby here on the All-Navy women's basketball team, which defeated the All-Marine team and took 3rd place in the tournament. Why is this important? Teamwork. Teamwork, you're all part of a team, and I think, coming through USU, you understand the criticality of being a part of a team as you move forward to the next step. Lieutenant Nettles earned the Expert Field Medical Badge, F&B badge. One of the hardest badges to achieve within the entire Army. And that includes jump school, ranger tabs, and the like. Only 18% actually earn this tab. It is one of the Army's most difficult and specialty badges. Just another example of the excellence that you bring to the table. Military unique curriculum. We talked about how you're ready for your clinical transition. We spend a lot of time and effort in our military unique curriculum. You've been through it. You did the capstone with Bushmaster. And one of the things you have to do in medicine is tell the story and contribute to the knowledge base. And several of you have published a series of papers in military medicine outlining the impact of the military unique curriculum, showing that when you drop into that first operational environment, you are ready to meet the mission. So kudos to Lieutenant Mello, Lieutenant Kwan, Lieutenant Heinz, Ensign Renner, Lieutenant Walworth, Ensign Pickering, Ensign Wang, Second Lieutenant Porter, and Ensign Scanlon, all contributing to the peer-reviewed literature advancing the military unique curriculum. I'm good. I'll be right on time. So in addition to that theme of contributing to the literature, kudos to Second Lieutenant McDonough for publishing this paper, which shows that when Walter Reed is part of the local trauma system, things improve access to care. Walter Reed now has approval to enter the trauma system. So those of you that will be rotating at Walter Reed, you will be caring for trauma patients. And thanks to Ensign McDonough for making that argument. And then finally, the AOA Specialty Week, the best ever, 1,900 attendees, 133 programs. Ensign Scanlon, Second Lieutenant Wope, Bishop, and Walsh, all setting this up. What an event. Thank you. Okay. So the results are in. 86% of you matched to your specialties. This is consistent with us year after year. That's a great number. Here are the top specialties. You can see them, but really, what do I have, like 30 seconds? We're there? Okay, let's do it. Here's a countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.